When I think of the best gift from my parents, I always remember a family farm. It was our weekend escape, a place where we grew crops and raised dairy cattle. In those early years, I remember my dad working a normal job during the week, but come the weekend, we were hauled off to the farm. Our first days on the farm were rough. Our little family of five, huddled in an old trailer with no proper bathroom or shower. My dad built an outhouse, and none of us showered during the weekend, so we returned home on Sunday tired, smelling like sweat and smoke, and covered in dirt. Undeterred by the lack of modern comforts, my parents poured their hearts into cultivating the land, and eventually they built a comfortable house with all amenities. Siblings and I roamed freely on this farm in wild and dangerous adventures. We ate wild berries, swam in a creek, and hiked for hours to reach a waterfall. We felt like conquerors. We roamed the wilderness with reckless abandon. We were kings and queens in our domain. At night, the sky in that place was the most beautiful artwork you could ever see. We laid on the cold ground staring at the sky. In those fleeting moments, time stood still, and we found solace in the simplicity of shared laughter and whispered secrets. I learned to drive a car on that farm. I was only 10, and for my sixth grade graduation, my parents bought me a motorcycle and we took it to the farm. We spent infinities on that rackety bike inside the woods. Me and my two siblings somehow perched ourselves on the tiny seat like a weird human clump, defying the laws of physics and space. Holding on to dear life, off we went to find adventures in those woods. Until one day we started building ramps, and my siblings and I became evil Knievel wannabes. I am amazed we did not die from an accident, disease, snake bite, or getting lost. My parents raised us wild. We could do whatever we wanted. We climbed trees, swam in freezing rivers, got muddy, didn't wash, and brought back weird, possibly venomous reptiles we found on the mountain. We left for the woods or the river or pastures and did not come back until we got hungry. It was a freedom I have never experienced again. I remember plucking carrots straight from the ground and eating them, dirt and all. We pulled it from the ground, wiped it against our shirts, and scarfed it down like starving wolves. This was the most delicious, sweetest, most amazing treat we could have. We fought wars with corn husks and dried cow poop. The best part is when we tricked one of our friends to come with us. We knew no one was as wild as we were, and we delighted in scaring the living daylights out of whomever was dumb enough to be allowed by their parents to come with us for the weekend. For most of them, our farm was too much, but some friends got it, and those were the indispensable friends. We made factions and had epic wars. Sometimes these wars were too much, and someone ended up hurt and crying, but no one ever went crying to our parents. We took it like men, even though some of us were girls. This got out of hand when they bought us BB guns. A friend of my brother ended up with a BB pellet stuck in his throat, and BB guns were confiscated. We went back to dried, cow-turd projectiles and corn husks for our wars. But I still haven't told you about the best part. The bestest, most amazing part were the animals. We had an endless supply of newborn calves. Baby cows were so beautiful and cute. I fed them, played with them, and slept with them. If you have never smelled a baby cow, please do it once. We had two sheep, a male and a female. I remember how greasy and smelly their wool was. I didn't care. I tried to befriend them only to realize the male hated human beings. He rammed me every time I went into their enclosure with the intention of killing me. We had a very aggressive horse who bit, yes, bit with his horsey teeth anyone that came close to him, leaving horrible injuries, mostly on your back. He caught you when you were walking by, avoiding his back legs, only to be met by his deadly chompers. This horse ended up killing the male sheep. These two maladapted animals duked it out one day, and the horse won. We had turkeys and geese that attacked us every time we went outside. How we survived, we don't know, but I loved and cherished every single one of those animals. Especially the dogs. The dogs went everywhere with us, even to our made up turf wars. They were our faithful canine companions to the end, always tagging along and always open to any adventure of ours. As I look back on my memories, I believe this magical place was removed from reality. It was like a sacred playground of what was good and pure and innocent. As the sense of time shifted, so too did the landscape of our lives. Divorce fractured the foundation of our family, and the farm slipped from our grasp. Our family was happy there once. We were free and had no care in the world. We were together and united. I have inside me this powerful feeling of regret, grief, rage, and sorrow for the loss of everything that was. I sometimes believe this agony might be fatal. But I am also left with an undying love of animals, wild nature, and the most wonderful experiences of my life. And this was the best gift my parents ever gave me. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.